It's time again for Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. I am so glad to be back. It feels like I've been away for ages. I know that's kind of crazy, but I'm so glad to be back. We have a 5 p.m. start. I'm sorry if I went back and forth a couple times with the scheduling. I didn't know if I wanted to play this today or not. And now we're all set. We are at Bush Memorial Stadium, and we're back, folks. We are going to be beginning in 10 minutes. I'll start with the lineups in 5. This is the first of a 4-game series. I'm sorry. Yes, it's the first of a 4-game series. That's strange. Let me just double check that. August, yeah. 1, 4, yeah. And it is August 1st. I completed the statistics. I posted the leaders. That's all I'm going to be doing, posting leaders. I'll be posting the leaders weekly, meaning, not weekly, daily, meaning per date of games. So if you see it's August 1, this is the last game. And I'm not going to post it this time because I already posted it today without this game. But starting on the 2nd, when I complete all games on the 2nd, I'll be posting updated league leaders in 2 categories, home runs and wins. I was going to do wins and losses, but I'm doing just wins. It's better than nothing. Carlton comes into this having won 10 games, by the way. We have Don Drysdale for the Gigi, how are you, sir? Great to see you. And it's a very good suggestion, Gigi. I like it. Pitching for the Dodgers will be Don Drysdale, right-hander, and for the Cardinals, Steve Carlton, the left-hander. I just was really looking forward to playing Strat-O-Matic after about a day and a half off or something. I was surprised that, I had to painstakingly do the statistics. There's no room for error. So we're really glad about that. I'll be referring to it from time to time. I'm not sure. You could look it up, but Drysdale was injured, and that's why he hardly pitched. And he was not really, he only had 12 starts, as you can see. And he was at the end of his career anyway. I'm not sure the year he retired, but you could Google it. Oh. Okay, let's look at our opening lineups here. For the LA Dodgers, they come into this 15.5 behind in fourth place. I think it's fourth. Maybe it's fifth. Fifth place. Wow. 3.5 behind Houston, who's in fourth. And leading off is Maury Wills at short. Manny Mota will bat second and play left field. Willie Davis bats third and center. The cleanup hitter is Andy Costco in right. Ken Boyer gets another start. Bats fifth at first. Bill Sudakis bats sixth. He'll be playing third base. Ted Sizemore batting seventh at second. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Jeff Torborg catching, batting eighth, and Don Drysdale, the big right-hander, pitching and batting ninth. For the Cardinals, they're 10 games behind in the East, behind the amazing Pirates. They're in third place. Cubs are 7 out. Leading off is, of course, Lou Brock in left. Kurt Flood bats second. He'll be in center. Veda Pinson bats third in right field. Joe Torre at first base, cleanup hitter. Tim McCarver is catching. He bats fifth. Mike Shannon at third. Javier at second base. Dal Maxfield bats eighth and plays short. And Steve Carlton, the pitcher, batting ninth, a left-hander. What I'll be doing, like I said, for some of you who weren't here before I started this broadcast, the stats, I'm only going to be posting league leaders, and I'll be posting it at the end of every date of games. So today is August 1st. This is the last game, so that wouldn't typically require me to then update post updated on the community board, post updated league individual stat leaders for home runs and wins. But since I did it all today already, before this last game, I won't be doing it after this game. But then starting on August 2, when we get to the last game, then you'll get updated league leaders. Of course, you'll be getting updated standings after every game, as I've been doing. And the league leaders are posted in the American League. It's really something to see. Frank Howard, 38 home runs. I'm not sure what kind of clip that is, but it looks like 60 would be 62. At the time, which would have been a new record, is a ways off. Reggie is second with 34. Mike Epstein has 29 home runs. Carly Yastrzemski, 27. Killebrew only 26, which is a bit underachieving. Dave Boswell leads the American League with wins at 17. Cuellar 15. There's 3 tied with 14 and 2 with 13. It looks like there's about maybe a bunch of people, a handful of people have a good shot at 20 wins. In the National League, McCovey has 36 home runs. He's basically on pace. He hit 40, I think it was 45. Stargell has 30 home runs. Started much stronger on home runs, but still has 30. Juan Marichal leads all of Major League Baseball with 18 wins. Bill Hands has 16, so they're both on a pace to win 20. Necro and Reed have 15 wins, both for Atlanta, and they have a chance for 20. Even Doc Ellis, Ken Holtzman, and Claude Osteen with 13 have a chance for 20. And we're just about ready to start this ball game. Well, Steve, nice statistical. That would be something, huh? 56 home runs, Jesus. Well, the tweet should be up and the tweet should be good. Let's check it out. The tweet reads the game, and then it says at the end I decided to put in Strat-O-Matic is a sports fantasy game that helps me cope with anxiety and relax. And it's really true. And the Cardinals take the field. And Steve Carlton, the left-hander, on the mound. And it's good to be back. Missed you folks. And leading it off for the Dodgers is Maury Wills. Switch hitter Maury Wills, batting right against Carlton. Carlton is ready now. 3-7. And there's a base hit for Wills to open it up. That's some good information, Mr. Perota. So they never diagnosed his bad back. That's something. Wills on first being held. He's a 1-15. McCarver back in the lineup. Moda at the plate now. Here's the pitch. There goes Wills. Oh, and he's safe. Oh, he's just safe. Wills swipes second. He was going on the first pitch there. Be updating these stats on a game-by-game basis. It doesn't take much time. It's all in my same file. So, Wills in scoring position with no outs and Manny Mota at the plate. Here's the pitch, 3-5. And there's a base hit. Wills scores. And the Dodgers lead at 1-0. So 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored. Mota on first. Here's Willie Davis. Davis, a left-hander. Lefty here. Mota on first from the stretch, Carlton. 4-9. Walked him. This does not look like the Steve Carlton that I'm accustomed to. It's first and second, still nobody out. And here's Andy Costco. And the pitch to Costco. 5-12. Grounds it to first. X. Torrey, he's a 3. 11-3. And he gets the force at second. It's first and third with 1 out. And here's Ken Boyer. Yeah, there's a whole story about Drysdale. He was an announcer. I don't know if it was network or local for TV announcing, and he didn't show up for the game. And finally, they sent someone to his hotel room, and he was dead. Heart attack, I believe. First and third, 1 down, 1 in. Here's the pitch to Boyer. 5-6, struck him out. Here's 2 down now. First and third, and Bill Sudakis, switch hitter, batting right. And the pitch. That's 6-4, fly ball center. Flood getting under it. 15-1, he makes the catch, and the side is retired. But there was 1 run for the Dodgers on 2 singles, a walk, a stolen base by Wills, 2 left on. It's 1-0 Dodgers. Ann Myers. Who was Ann Myers? I mean, if I wasn't playing right now, I'd look it up. I'm sure she was probably some gorgeous lady. We moved to the bottom of the first. And here's Don Drysdale. Ann Myers, a female basketball player. Is that right? Well, here's Lou Brock to lead it off for the Cardinals. Brock, left-handed hitter. Drysdale winds. 3-5. Base hit for Brock. So another similar situation with Wills. Brock is being held. He's a 1-14. 1-4, 1-17, 1-15, 1-14. And Kurt Flood is the batter. Okay, Drysdale from the stretch. The pitch to Flood. 3-5. And that is a base hit for Flood. Brock goes to third and holds. And now the Cardinals have something going. First and third, no outs for Veda Pinson. You know, what was sad was, he had some sort of streak in 1968 of scoreless innings. I think he broke a record, but I think it was 58 2/3 or something like that. But when RFK is in the Ambassador Hotel giving his victory speech, he made reference to that. He was in LA. And by the way, I don't want to get political. Well, Pinson at the plate, left-handed hitter, first and third, no outs, infield back. Here's the pitch, 2-3. Grounds it to first, that'll be a double play, but the run will come in. So it's a tie ball game now. 1-1. It's 2 outs and nobody on for Joe Torre. Torre with 15 home runs this year. I haven't even noticed them. You know what I mean? It's funny how that goes because I don't think of him. He didn't have a great year this year. I mean, he was okay, sure. Actually, 289, 18 homers, but in 1971, he was co-MVP, hitting 366, I believe. Do we have a little fan disruption or something here? Rokai, you trying to disrupt things? Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just kidding. Here's Torre now at the plate. Drysdale winds. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was Stargell and Hernandez. Okay, so that he won MVP in 71. I was mistaken. Here's the pitch to Torre, 3-9. He grounds it to first. That'll retire the side. But a run for St. Louis. And after one, it's a 1-1 ball game. Oh, Rokai. Do you know anything about what we're doing here? Because you're sort of putting my feet to sleep. Well, here's Steve Carlton. And Ted Sizemore will lead it off. here in the top of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game. Here's the pitch. That's 6-3. Fly ball left. Brock going back. And Brock hauls it down for the out. 1 away. And now Jeff Torborg. Drysdale on deck. The pitch to Torborg. We have a little fan disruption. We're going to have an ejection right now. Okay. Whoop, there she goes. Okay now, Jeff Torborg on the pitch. There's 5-9, walked him. So Carlton walks Torborg with 1 out. And Don Drysdale is the batter. He's a 2 WR. I'm sorry? 5-9? Oh, my Lord. What is happening to me, sir? He struck him out, yeah. That's why we have Anthony Parada here, and that's the second strikeout for Carlton. You see, and I think she distracted me, that lady. Okay? So, thank you. Here's Drysdale with 2 outs, nobody on. That's 1-3, and that's a grounder to second. The side is out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Steve Carlton. That looked more like Steve Carlton. And we're headed to the bottom of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game. Listening to the Dodger game last night, they won it. Of course, I fell asleep way before it was over, but they really are both very good. Some people think Charlie Steiner is a whatever, but really, I listen to his style of play-by-play. Really, I guess if I work my whole life at it, I might be able to get better. And Monday's very good. Here's McCarver leading it off for the Cardinals. Drysdale, the pitch to McCarver. That's 3-6, and he flies it to center. And Davis makes the catch, 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And Mike Shannon, the batter. Beautiful night here in St. Louis. And the pitch to Shannon. That's 6-4. Grounds it to third for Tsudakis, a 3. 23, he's out. 2 down. I find the Dodger team to just be unimpressive. Sizemore, Tsudakis, they're not great hitters. Costco, okay. That cleanup, not a great hitter. I mean, they must have thought he was a lot better. He did have 11 home runs, but, so what? He did hit 311. Wait a minute. Costco, he had 19 homers, hit 248, but really not a sort of uninspiring. Here comes Julian Javier with 2 outs, no one on. Drysdale back in the rotation after missing most of the year. And the pitch to Julian, and he pops it up to second. That's for Sizemore. It's a 1-2-3 for Drysdale, so both pitchers throw 1-2-3 innings. We've gone 2. It's still 1-1. Kathy, who do you like tonight? I think you want, I don't want to guess. I really don't have a preference because they're both pretty much out of it, I don't see the Cardinals. I mean, they're only 10 out, but I don't know. I don't see them. Leading it off is Maury Wills here in the top of the third. Singled and scored. Stole second. And then Motor knocked him home. Dodger blue. Okay. Yeah, you know, folks, I'm sort of cheap, so for $3.99, uh-oh, let's see what this is. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you know, I think it's $3.99 a month. It's a little less if you do it annually. But I decide to go month to month, $3.99 for audio of all games. And I don't sit and watch games, so all I want is audio, and so I enjoy it. I listen to it at night. I close the lights. I lie in bed. You know, and I like the Dodgers. I like when they're on the West Coast. So Will's leading it off, top of the third. Here's Carlton now. 5-8, and he grounds it to second. I'm sorry. Yes, grounds it to second. That's for Javier. And he throws him out. So there's one down here in the top of the third. Very, very nice. She likes Dodger blue. I like Dodger blue, but this team was not my favorite. Here's Mota. He singled, knocked home the run. Knocked home Wills. Carlton winds. 1-7. And it's a base hit to left. Brock throws it in. Mota 2 for 2 now. And here comes Willie Davis, walked, forced on a ground ball by Costco. Carlton from the stretch. And the pitch to Davis. 3-4, grounds it to second, and that's a double play. The side is retired. We're heading to the bottom of the third. It's a 1-1 game. This is the first of a 4-game series. Drysdale retired the side in order. And it'll be Maxville to start it off, then Carlton and Brock. Here's the pitch to Maxville, 2-8. He struck him out. That's the first for Drysdale. And Steve Carlton, his first plate appearance tonight. He's a 3 NL. And here's the pitch to Steve. .68, and that is a base hit for Carlton. Not unusual. Could happen. Unusual, yeah, but could happen. Sure. Carlton on first. Singles off Drysdale. 1 out. Brock singled and scored. Came home on the double play ball. Here's the pitch to Brock. That's 2-5. And he grounds it to second. And advancing is Carlton to second base. So it's 2 outs, Carlton in scoring position for Kurt Flood. Flood grounded into singled, sending Brock to third in the first, and that's when he came home on Pinson's double play ball. Carlton on second, 2 down. The pitch from Drysdale. That's 3-5, and that is a base. Oh, that's a triple by Flood. Oh my. I'm sorry. Yeah. Getting a little confused. That's a triple by Kurt Flood. Carlton comes home. It's 2-1 Cardinals. Lord, a triple. I always found triples to be sort of dramatic. You know that? You know, I mean, you know, it's really run out. You know, you run it. You know, it's not like a home run. And I don't know if any of you are fans of the movie The Natural, which I think is the best baseball movie ever made. Look, we can get into debates, what you like, that's fine. It's based on a novel by Bernard Malmont. The first time he comes up in a game, this is after they saw he finally let him hit in batting practice and saw how good he was. He tripled. It's a great movie. Got a little audio problem here. It's Flood on third, 2 down. A 2-out triple by Curt Flood to bring home the run. And whoops. It's Vada Pinson at the plate. Oh, The Natural, Benjamin. Folks, read the novel. It's brief. It's a brief novel. It's not that many pages. And it's different than the movie in one important way. I don't want to do a spoiler here, okay? Here's the pitch to Pinson. 2-3, and he grounds it to first, and that retires the side. But another run for St. Louis on a base hit, then the triple by Flood, base hit by Carlton. He came home with the go-ahead run. 2-1 Cards, we've gone 3, and Carlton takes the mound. It's going to be Andy Cosco leading it off. Went through the day's events, you know. Oh, please read the book and then tell me what you think, Benjamin, because it's an amazing book. It's based, and I've read analyses of the book and the movie, even though the ending's different, but that it's based on Greek mythology. There are Greek mythological metaphors in it. The bat is like his sword, and you know the movie is all about redemption, or the possibility of redemption, and having a second chance. And it's just, and the producer did, and the film company, they didn't cut any corners. They hired the best actors, the best frickin' actors you can get in so many different roles. Okay, and they had Randy Newman do the music. Da 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 da. And I once saw him sitting at a piano during an interview, and he played it on piano. Yes, Eddie Waitkus was shot by a woman, and some people think it, or either they think or they say it was based on that idea. Sure. My father used to tell me about Eddie Waitkus getting shot. Just a tremendous movie. God. Okay, Carlton is ready to face Cosco. Cosco reached on a force. Excuse me. There's a base hit by Cosco to open up the top of the fourth. Andy with a 4-7 single off of Carlton. Here's Ken Boyer now. Boyer, oh Christ, you know, he was frickin' MVP 5 years prior, and he had 34 at-bats this year. He either gets hurt or he you know, I think they got him in for somebody who, exactly, and it's amazing. I read an analysis of it once, and I was just astonished by it. And I really have to give Bernard Malmond, who's written a number of novels, I think baseball. This is a piece of art, this novel. Okay. Here's the pitch to Boyer with Costco on first. 5-6 struck him out. And again, I mean, I could go through the names, but I don't want to, But you remember Wilfred Brimsley played the manager. They called him Pops. Okay. And I forgot his name, but Red was his name. He was his coach, his top coach, Red. His name is, and he's been in good movies. He's dead now. Of course, her name escapes me. I'm not going to go through. Here's Bill Sedakis now with Costco on first, 1 down. And the pitch to Sedakis. 5-9. He struck him out. That's number 4 for Steve. And Ted Sizemore with Costco on first, the tying run, and 2 down. 1-6. Grounds to short, the side is out. Oh yeah, I'm sorry I even brought it up. I could talk about that game forever, that movie forever. It starts out at the end when he's waiting to take the train at the train station after missing 14 years. And then it goes back. Okay? That's how the movie starts. So well done. Well, here's Drysdale. He allowed another run in the third. It's 2-1. Let's see if he can settle down here. Joe Torre leads it off. Here's the pitch to Joe. 2-8. He flies to center. And Davis makes the catch. 1 down. And Tim McCarver was out for a few games with some chronic ailments. He's back in. 1 out, no one on. 6-4. And he grounds it to third. That's for Sedakis. 3-3. It goes through for a base hit. So McCarver's on. Heard an infield hit last night in the real world Dodger game. Like I was saying, I was listening to it, and I said to myself, we can't differentiate when there's an infield hit in Strat-O-Matic. I know you can't have everything. So you could make it up. Here's Shannon now. With McCarver on first, 1 down. Cards lead at 2-1. 2-10. Fly ball to right. It's a high, lazy fly ball. Costco makes the catch. And that's 2 away. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Julian. Pop to second. And the pitch to Javier. 1-2. And he grounds it back to Drysdale. Tosses it to Boyer for the side. A 1-2 ground out. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Carlton now. 4 strikeouts in 4 innings. He is settled down. Both pitches largely, but, well, Drysdale's allowed 2. It's going to be Torborg leading it off, and Drysdale on deck. And the pitch from Carlton. 4-11. He walked him. Jeff Torborg, this time he did walk. He made an error here. 4-11 walk. Torborg is on. Here's Drysdale now. He's a D bunter. D is in David. Infield back. And the pitch to Drysdale. 4-8. Walked him. Drysdale is walked. So both Drysdale and Torborg on first and second. And Maury Wills, 1 for 2. Dodgers got something going here. Steve just doesn't quite, I don't know, maybe my expectations are so high for Steve Carlton. Here's the pitch to Wills. That's 3-10, and that's a ground ball to second. Javier steps on the bag. That's the only play he's got. So Drysdale's forced its first and third, 1 out. Wills being held. And the infield is in. And here's Manny Mota, 2 for 2. Here's the pitch from Carlton. 4-8. Walked him. That's 3 in a row. That's 3 walks this inning by Steve Carlton. And the bases are loaded with Dodgers with 1 down and Willie Davis. Carlton is not quite. Here's Carlton now from the stretch. Infield back. 1-8. And he flies it to left. This will be deep enough for Torborg to tag. Brock makes the catch and Torborg sails home. It's a 2-2 ball game. Other runners hold. Davis gets a run batted in. There's 2 outs first and second, and Costco 1 for 2. And the pitch to Costco. 5-9 struck him out. You see, so that's the Steve Carlton I know. And he has 5 strikeouts. 1 run though. And in the middle of the 5th, it's a 2-2 ball game. You know, when I get my mind set on something, sometimes it's hard to go back. I used to, like, if I was writing a book and I would try to write 8 hours a day, I would certainly take breaks after every 40 minutes and take like a 15-minute break or something, a 10-minute break. And once I decided while I'm writing to take a break, all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't go on anymore. I had to take a break. And I feel that way now. We've gone halfway unless we do have extras or something else happens. You never know. And I'm going to take a walk outside. I'm going to get some fresh air. Drysdale will be coming out and pitching to the Cardinals in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-2 ball game, I'll tell you that. I'll give you that much. This is a 2-2 ball game. And I hope that you're all enjoying yourselves tonight. All right. It's great to be back. Great to have the league going. I can now do this game to game and at least have a semblance of where we're going with things. Really surprised Juan Marichal has 18 wins. Jesus. When the hell did he? What the hell is this? Yeah, when the hell did he win all those games? And I looked. I was very, very careful, people. Obsessively careful. And I hope you're all doing well out there. If anyone is ever up to wanting to be the color announcer, or you can do play-by-play, easier for me to do play-by-play. Let me know if you know how to do the go live together feature, which is new on YouTube, relatively new. I can send you a link and we can try it. I've never been able to do it yet. I'll be back in about 3 to 5. Oh, 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 oh. I was just thinking outside that I think both of these pitchers are pitching fine baseball thus far. I was surprised Steve had walked 2 in the 5th. By the way, join us tomorrow for our morning game. That'll be the first game of August 2, San Diego with Santorini at Chicago, Holtzman. They're opening up a series. That's 9 a.m. Eastern in the U.S. And we move to the bottom of the 5th here. Maxville will be the batter to face Drysdale, and Carlton is on deck. Steve is still with us in real world. Okay, Drysdale's ready now. Here's the pitch to Maxville, 3-7, and he grounds it to short. Wills has it, throws it over to Boyer for the first out. And here comes Steve Carlton. He singled and scored the go-ahead run. Now they're tied 2-2. Pitch to Steve, and he grounds it to short. Again, Wills over to Ken Boyer, 2 down. For Lou Brock, top of the order, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the first. 5-7, and he swings. It's a drive hit out into right center. It's dropping. Picking it up is Costco, and there's Brock in second with a double. A 2-out double by Brock off Drysdale. And Kurt Flood, 2 for 2, singled and tripled. So Kurt Flood has a chance here. 5-5. Fly ball right. Costco is there. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. So both pitchers, 2-2 ball game. Heading to the top of the 6th. And here comes Steve Carlton. Let's see how he manages here in the 6th after walking 3, 3. Leading it off is Ken Boyer. Boyer has struck out twice. Just to think what happened to him. Okay. Oh, good. Good to hear from you, Kathy. I agree, it's a very nice game. Here's Carlton now. The pitch to Boyer. 6-10. Grounds it to short. That's for Maxville. That's 6-2. And he got him. 1 out. Boyer 0 for 3. Here's Sudakis 0 for 2. Struck out by Carlton. And the pitch to Sudakis. 4-10, right-handed, fly ball left, and Brock is there, 2 down. 4 Ted Sizemore. Six, 7. Fly ball right, and under it is Pinson. And the side is retired 1-2-3 by Carlton. in the 6th. And it's still 2-2 ball game. And as we move along, here comes Drysdale now. Bay to Pinson, leading it off. Pinson 0 for 2. Here's 3-7. And it's a base hit by Pinson to lead it off. Pinson singles off Drysdale. And here's Torrey now. Pinson on first. .312. Grounds it to second, double play. So it's 2 outs, nobody on for Tim McCarver. Flew to center, singled. .48, and it's a base hit to right. A 2-out single for McCarver. And Mike Shannon now. .66. Fly ball center field. Davis makes the catch. And the side is retired. We're heading to the top of the 7th. It's 2-2 ball game. Here comes Steve. Torborg, then Drysdale, then top of the order Wills for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. Oh. 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 Ah. Here's the pitch to Torborg. 111. It's a base hit to left. Torborg leads it off with a single. Thrown in by Brock. And here's Drysdale. Infield back. And the pitch. 3-9. And he grounds to first, double play. Which brings up Wills 1 for 3. Okay. August 5th? No. If he started on August 5, he'll start in this game on August 5. Okay. He's right in the rotation, but I guess he got hurt again. Whew. This is August 1. This game. Right up here. Up on the far right. Okay, here's Wills now. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch to Wills. 2-6. And it's a base hit, Wills. Just like the Cards had a double play, then a base hit after a base hit. It's 2 outs, Wills on first being held. He's 1 to 15. And he's already stole a base. Here's Motor now. Carlton from the stretch. And there goes Wills, and he's safe again. Oh my. Wills just got himself his second stolen base. He's in scoring position for Motor. 2 outs. Motor 2 for 2 with a walk. That's 2-5, and he flies it to the left for Brock, and the side is out. But it was a nice try by the Dodgers. No runs, 1 hit, 2 hits, 1 left. This is the 7th inning stretch. Do what you got to do, okay? Because we're moving on. Both pitchers. Drysdale vulnerable to fatigue. 2 hits and/or walks. He's through, and there is action, and it is Jim Brewer in the bullpen warming. He is a left-hander. He had 20 saves. Okay, leading it off is Julian, 0 for 2 tonight. And here's the pitch to Julian. That's a 3-8. Flies to right, and Costco makes the catch, 1 away for Dal Maxville. 182 hitter or something like that. 175. And look at all those at bats. He was hurt, but he still had considerable at that average. An anemic year at the bat. I don't think he was ever a great hitter. Here's the pitch. 5-6, and he grounds it to short for 2 away, and Carlton is coming up. Here's Steve now. Steve 1 for 2. Pitch from Drysdale. 3-7, he struck him out. And that is the 2nd strikeout for Drysdale. Drysdale has now escaped fatigue potential. He's fresh. His fatigue potential is fresh. If you know Strat-O-Matic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're heading to the top of the 8th. And here's Steve. Both pitchers pitching fine baseball tonight. It's going to be Davis, Costco, and Boyer. Here's the pitch to Davis. That's 2-4, and that's hit well. Deep to right. Oh, going back is Pinson. It's gone. Davis with a home run. Willie Davis off Carlton. 2-4, and that is gone. Boy, that thing just... Did you see that? Oh, well, no, you're just listening. Lord, Davis hit that a long drive. And it's nice to get Davis in this ball game. That is the Willie Davis. So Steve allows a home run. It's 3-2 ball game now. Here's Andy Costco. 1 for 3. Pitch from Steve. 2-4, and he flies it to right for the out. There's nobody warming in the St. Louis bullpen. Okay. Here's Ken Boyer. 3-8. Struck him out. It's quite possible that one just got a what's the expression? 6th strikeout for Carlton. Got away from him, you know. Here's Sudakis. It's 3-2 Dodgers. Brewer warming, 2-8. He struck him out. That's number 7. But 1 run on a Willie Davis home run, and it's the bottom of the 8th. The Cards trail by 1 now. Drysdale trying to win it. Brewer available if needed. And Lou Brock, top of the order. You know, Kathy, I think that warrants a hit. That freaking warrants a hit. This has been a very, very pleasant and close ball game. If you don't mind me saying. You know that? I really think so. One guy told me, I got this last night, I got this feedback. He said, I enjoy your games. I listen to them at bedtime. It helps my insomnia. I said to myself, that's great. I listen to the Dodgers and fall asleep. Then you never know who won. You try to remember, when you wake up, you try to remember where was it when you fell asleep. And then you look and they won. They won last night. They're at Arizona, I believe. Here's Drysdale. The pitch to Lou. Tapper to second base. Sizemore has it, one down. Loses 2 for 4 now. And here comes Kurt Flood. Kurt is 2 for 3. Been a tight ball game. Here's the pitch from Drysdale. 4-10, and he walked him. So Flood is on with 1 out. That's the tying run. Veda Pinson 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 3-6, single 1, but he lines it to second, caught by Sizemore. 2 down for Joe Torre. Torre 0 for 3. It's 2 outs. Flood on first, the tying run. Drysdale is ready. 5-10. It's a grounder to short. That's for Wills. He's a 3, not what he used to be. But he throws him out. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Flood, left on base. We're heading to the 9th inning, people. It turned out to be quite a ball game. You're going to look back maybe and reflect on it and say, you know, it was a very tight ball game. And here comes Carlton, the loser of record, Lord, going against Sizemore. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it will be McCarver, Shannon, and Javier. And here's the pitch to Sizemore. 3-8. Base hit. Ted is on first. And Jeff Torborg, the batter. .610, grounder to short. That's for Maxville. At least he's a 2. You know, makes him worthwhile. Double play. Turned by Maxville. And here comes Drysdale, the winner of record, with 2 outs, nobody on. That's 111, and he grounds it back to Carlton, throws him out. Side retired, and we're heading to the bottom of the 9th. This is it for St. Louis. Drysdale has gone all the frickin' way. All the frickin' way, Kathy Harden. And here's Tim McCarver. Drysdale all the frickin' way. Brewer is ready. And McCarver comes up 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Here's the pitch to McCarver. 6-12. Grounds it to first. That's for Boyer. And he's a 4. But a 4-4, that's a double down the line for McCarver. And that's it for Don Drysdale. Here comes Jim Brewer, people. Drysdale pitched 8 innings. Nine hits. I always find a little ironic how the winning pitcher, he hasn't won yet, can be relieved and the loser isn't. But you know, what he's responsible for McCarver. He's allowed 2 runs thus far, and here comes Jim Brewer to put out the heat. Left-handed, and it just so happens that McCarver is a left-handed hitter, Kathy Harden. So it's a lefty-lefty match here. Oh, I'm sorry. McCarver just hit. Shannon is coming up. I'm sorry. And it was lefty-lefty. Okay, facing Brewer is Mike Shannon. Shannon had a clutch home run, a walk-off, I think. Or was it a single about a week ago? And when I say a week ago, I mean in this calendar. That's like a month ago. Shannon is 0 for 3. McCarver the tying run on second, no outs. And Brewer the pitch. That's 2-7, and that grounds to short, 1 out, holding McCarver. So it's 1 out, McCarver on second, and here's Julian Javier. He hit 282, real world. That's not bad. Here's Brewer now. 4-9, grounds it to short. Wills, 12-3, throws him out. Nice play by Wills. It's 2 down. And I'm going to tell you something, Kathy Harden. He hit 175. I'm going to hit for him just because, you know, it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to have Dave Ricketts come in and hit for Dow Maxfield. And in the remote chance that Ricketts ties the game, I have Steve Huntz to come in at short. I got nobody else who can do any better than that. Okay. So Huntz is available. And Ricketts, a switch hitter, batting right against Brewer now. And it all comes down to Ricketts. Huh? It all comes down to Dave Ricketts as he steps up. Batting right-handed, switch hitter. It's the utility catcher. He can play first base. It's 2 outs. McCarver on second. The tying run. Ricketts the winning run. He doesn't have any power, though. 0. It's impossible for him to hit a home run. One more hit, Kathy. I want to make this count. Here's Brewer now from the stretch. He's retired the first 2 batters. The pitch to Ricketts. Pops it up to the right side of the infield in foul territory. Sudakis makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The final score, I think it was a good ball game, folks. Final score is Dodgers 3, Cardinals 2. I have no complaints. Drysdale gets the win. Sad that his injury is gonna just get the best of him. He pitched very good baseball. Two runs allowed. Brewer came in, and according to Mr. Perota, I guess that would mean that he gets the save. Yeah, one last time. Okay, how about Brewer for 1 inning, retiring the side in order and could have allowed the winning run. I'm going to say that's a save. I think you'll agree. Carlton gets the loss. 9 innings, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. 5, 6, 7. He's a good teacher. That used to be the one I really knew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even keep this stat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know that? But it looks better. He walked 4. And he struck out 7. I didn't think it was his greatest game, but I guess he was, quote unquote, better than average. 3 runs, 8 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 9 for the losing Cardinals. I think he's going to give Drysdale. Oh, there it is, Stephen Perata. Drysdale is the star of the game, Don Drysdale. And, you know, I always like a nice story like that. Don't you, people? Don Drysdale, who had an underwhelming last season with 12 starts. He pitched a bunch of them, I guess, earlier in the season. And it's good for, you know, I hope he was okay. I mean, you know, he died of a sudden massive heart attack. Folks, thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I enjoyed getting back to this. It seemed like ages, and it was only like 36 hours. Stay strong, and I hope to catch you next time, which would be tomorrow, 9 a.m. 1 pitch, sure. Could you get it with a, how about no pitches? With a pick-off? Is that possible? I'm going to say it is. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Your Dodgers won it. I'm going to say, yeah, Stephen Perota confirms, Kathy Harden, that a pick-off would be no pitchers thrown. No at bat. I don't even think that counts as a plate appearance. Maybe it does. Maybe a plate appearance. So I'll catch you all tomorrow morning, and thank you so much for the enjoyment of this ball game. Take care now.